Okay, it is time for the next marking of Jordan Peterson's 12 Rules for Life. We're still in the foreword and will probably be for much longer. And the next passage, or is it paragraph, is about ideology. He felt he had to understand how it could be that people would sacrifice everything for an identity, whatever that was. And yeah, it will sound like, I don't know, like I thought about that before, and I was like, if you dig deeper and deeper, where do all the conflicts come from really? They come from ideology, or actually they come from identity, and that the two are very closely connected, I think. So in one's personal identity, there's often lots of ideology speaking. And I can actually link that to something I looked up before. I don't know where he said that. I just put it down last year. It is by Jordan Peterson. And he said or wrote back then, if you're saying something that almost anyone else could say, then it's likely to be either cliched or ideological. If you're speaking from yourself, you are the only person who could be saying that. And so what that means in some sense is that you've taken ideas, philosophical, even ideological, and you've made them personal, so that you're speaking from a position that only you can speak from, and then you have something original to offer. Yes, so you can only, so I think it works in two directions. It can either be an idea, an whatever, like a thought, something philosophical you've read, and then you have to make it personal. So the direction would be from idea to yourself, but it can also be the other way around. I think it can be something that you discover within yourself or that you experience and then make it universal into like an idea or a philosophy. And neither of those are ideology, because they either originate from the personal, or they make something that already has been put that on a personal level. So I guess most things will be the latter, because who am I to have like ideas that no one else had before? It might feel like that to me, but it's probably something I picked up and just stored somewhere deep down and then come back to it. Like when I read that paragraph about ideology, I just took the word and just searched through my quote collection. And then this other Peterson thing came up where he describes exactly that. So, and yeah, I think I will continue with, so in the same paragraph, or I don't know, it might have been a video, he says, statements that come from yourself frighten you to some degree because you actually open yourself up to the world by saying something genuine. But they also make you stronger, make you feel stronger, because I think you're confronting your vulnerability properly. Yes. And that's linked to a video I did before on abstract and concrete genius. Like, a big part of that is this vulnerability, because if you say something that you don't really believe in, then yeah, whatever, right? If someone criticizes you. But if you say something that you really deeply believe in, and then, I don't know, a mob of internet trolls comes at you, then that's totally different. And I think for me, that's what I'm trying to do with these videos. I'm not, I don't know, I don't feel like the reactions, but still there's like a deep vulnerability in me that wants to avoid sharing anything personal. And that's linked to this, I guess, because yeah, ideally I would just keep all my knowledge to myself. I mean, that sounds like egotistical, but what I mean is more like the learning comes effortless. And I think that's like, I talked about the same in a video before. But the sharing takes effort. Like I have to sit down and talk to myself. And that takes a bit of effort. Yeah. And yeah, he continues and says, but it's still the way to genuine strength, but also value, because you need to manifest yourself in the world, concrete, instead of abstract. Because you are a unique thing, and people might need what's unique about you. Everybody else might really need that, because each person has something that's unique to them to bring into being. And if they hide that, they hide their light under a bushel, and everyone is poor for it. That's quite important. Yeah, that's like the next step, I guess. Because if you have these personal insights and values and you keep them to yourself, then the world doesn't become a better place. Oh, it sounds strange to even say that. It's not my primary focus. I mean, my primary focus is to not make the world a worse place than it is. And that guides me. But that's only the first step, right? Right. Yeah, I think there are two things coming together here, like the ideology versus personal belief, and also, again, this abstract versus concreteness. And I think to really, it takes a lot of work to even find those personal values. So that's nice. I think I found them all. I might do another video on that. I will certainly do videos on that. But it's another thing to then actually live them out. And what are they really if they are not lived out? I mean, there are so many people who are driven by this ideology that is described, and they act it out. So in the end, if those people who are driven by ideology act it out, and the people who are driven by personal values and beliefs and thoughts, where everything originates from deep down inside, and if those people stay silent, then wow, what is this world gonna end up like? Oh, I think that's a good end to this video.